Welcome to the Positive Spiritual Living Podcast, brought to you by Unity on the Bay. This is your positive path for spiritual living.
Good morning. Hello and welcome to our morning meditation. I'm so grateful to be connecting with each of you. Those that are watching live and those that may be catching this a little later in the day. But a beautiful thing that we can join together in a time of contemplation, in a time of meditation. And I'm excited to facilitate and guide this meditation using the 5 unity principles. And so for those of you that are familiar with them, you'll see how we just move through them and use them during this meditation. And for those that may be not familiar with them, after the meditation, I'll put a link somewhere where you can go to learn a little bit more and just get an even greater feel for what the principles principles for positive, practical, progressive spiritual living are all about. And so now that we have gathered and now that we are together, I invite us to just become more centered. Let's do so by joining together and taking a deep and refreshing breath. And as we take another deep breath on the exhale, just allow yourself to feel and sense as you move deeper into the space of the heart. So we breathe in. And we exhale. And so right here and right now, as we take this pause, we bring all of who we are to this moment. Our humanity, our divinity, that space within us that we call our highest self, the Christ consciousness, the Buddha energy. And we allow ourselves a respite. A moment of acknowledging the truth of who we are and all the experiences, all the activity that we are living and moving through. And as we settle into this experience, we begin to relax more and more. With every breath, we feel our body relaxing, releasing any stress or anxiety. With every breath, we sense the way in which our heart that space of love and harmony that it expands and that it feels almost like a portal by which the very essence of our own divinity, the very essence of our own Christhood, that it flows through and as us and into the world. And so we sense that this portal becomes more open and becomes more expansive. More of who we are in our truest selves is brought to this moment and this experience. With every breath, we sense how our mind becomes more still and quiet. And it becomes more receptive to what is true, to what is unchanging. The presence of God that is here and now. The presence of God that is our all. There is one presence, one power, one source God, the energy and consciousness of good. The source of our good, the source of the hope, the source of divine potential that is within this moment and within each and every moment of our life. There is but one source of life. That is God. And that is our first unity principle. And so breathe into the space of God. Feel the presence of the divine. And trust this source of good as a source of the peace that you feel in this moment and continue to grow and deepen within you. As we know that there is but one presence and that we are one with this presence. And so right now, affirm to yourself, I am one with God. I am one with love itself. For our second unity principle says that you have that Christ consciousness, that Buddha energy within you, that is your own divinity. For as we are one with God, in our oneness, we are expressions of that good. And therefore, we are inherently good. We are worthy of all that the source of abundance and wholeness that we call God expresses into our life. We are worthy of love and peace and joy and comfort. We and God are one. We are expressions of good. Let us take another deep breath. Our third unity principle says that we create our own experiences through our thinking, through our feelings. And so in this moment, we bring to our mind intentionally an affirmation for how we want to experience this day. And so you can affirm, today I live in ease and grace. Or you can affirm, today I show up in love and compassion. Or you can affirm, I am whole, I am worthy, I am good. And if there is another affirmation that comes up for you of how you want to experience the day, what is the lens that you want to experience this day through? Trusting and having faith that it will be so, that you will manifest your response to life itself, that you will create your experience of life today. And so speak that affirmation, whatever it may be, to yourself right now. And as we come to this place of remembering and honoring the fourth unity principle, that it is through prayer and meditation that we access the source of our good, that highest self within us, in ways that bring about shifts and changes and evolution within us. We acknowledge that we are doing so right now, that we have tapped into the truth of our being through the power of prayer and meditation together. And we use this time to go into some moments of silence, trusting and knowing our affirmation, trusting and knowing that we are worthy and expressions of good, and knowing that God is all around us, within us, and as us, for there is only God in truth. and we are having our different experiences of it. We take a deep breath. And we are still. We are in silence. We are one. Feel yourself even more centered in your truth. Feel and know that there has been a shift within you. And that as we are in this presence and we are in this experience, we set the intention to live our unity principles, to know that God is all there is in our life, to know that we express our divinity in how we respond and move through our experiences, that we affirm and we hold within us the power to shift our experiences, and that as we have centered ourselves in prayer and in meditation today, we can move into the fifth principle and with intentionality live these principles today, for they are a part of who we are and they are part of our own spiritual journey. And so we are grateful for this time together. We are grateful for this experience, and we are grateful that together we can know that we are blessed and that we are a blessing. So it is. Amen. And so, thank you so much for joining us today, being a part of this meditation experience. Thank you, Ginny and Pam and Michael, for being with us. Those that commented on the chat, well, I see that many more are watching. And so, hello to you and good morning to you. And good morning to all of you who may be catching this a little later in the day or at another time. Hi, Daisy. If you'd like to join in the energy of gratitude, you can give to support these meditations at Unity on the Bay. And there's a link now in the comments section, as well as in the description, that you can use. Shortly, I'm going to put more information on how you can join our WhatsApp group. And with that, just thank you once again for joining us. I'm also adding a link to where you can find more about our 5 unity principles. And so with that, have a beautiful, wonderful day. Namaste.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Positive Spiritual Living Podcast, brought to you by Unity on the Bay, a spiritual community located in Miami, Florida. Unity on the Bay is supported by the generosity of its community. If you'd like to make a donation or learn more about Unity on the Bay, please visit unityonthebay.org. You can also follow Unity on the Bay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for even more positive spiritual inspiration. Until next time, thanks for listening and many blessings. Namaste.